praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh,
Yahweh, Bahashem,
Bahashem,
Yahushai,
Yahushai,
Bahashem,
Bahashem,
Rakakodash.
Rakakodash.
Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone and salutations. As you see the title of this lesson this morning is going to be prepare for your status quo to change. Okay, prepare for your status quo to change. All right. The regular day-to-day routine that we find ourselves occupied in Babylon, the regular routine, and status quo of this world, as it is right now, we have to prepare our minds for it to change. Okay, and for it to change abruptly and drastically. Okay, the same way it was, a few years ago with the Crown Royal 1-9. All right, how one day, things were normal, and then the next day, pretty much what seemed to be all hell was breaking loose.
Panic mode.
Panic mode. Bpeople was, buying up water and buying up tissue and hand sanitizer. There wasn't really no jobs like that. People was losing their jobs.
Scared.
People were scared. People were losing their homes, being kicked out of their homes, and you had the stimulus packages and everything like that. That was just a precursor. That was just a foreshadowing of things to come. We all sincerely believe that through the Spirit. And so in like matter, we're coming upon a time where, our daily routines, our status quo, our current living situation, relationship situation, job situation, financial situation, or just even being able to, operate and, kind of weave in and out of this society, under the radar. That's going to change. Okay. All right. Because guess what? The scriptures talk about what? No work for Egypt. All right. This is Isaiah chapter 19. I believe that's all right. Isaiah chapter 19 and let's see, verse 15, right? It says, neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. Okay. All right. So we keep hearing about what mass layoffs, these major companies, tech companies, retail stores, laying off employees. Okay. All right. Mass unemployment. We hear about, evictions. We hear about rent going up, and, these are all signs that this current world system is collapsing. Okay. It's being, being changed. All right. It's being shaken up. And we're still here in Babylon the Great. Of course, we do everything within our power to put our best foot forwards and to make sure that we're in the best position possible. Okay, but that does not make us immune, okay, to being affected by these things. Okay. All right. It's gonna come a point in time where it's gonna be much harder, if not impossible, for brothers to be able to maintain themselves the same way that we are able to now. All right, and that's why the scriptures say in Isaiah chapter 10, all right, it says, they shall no longer stay upon him that smote them. Okay, I'm gonna get that real quick. Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 20, it says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. All right, which the word to stay means to rely upon, to lean upon, right? So, we still under the curses. We still in Babylon. We still in this world. So, of course, we got to go to our enemy for one of all things, as it is written. Okay. But in order for this prophecy to be fulfilled, the Lord's going to shake up this place so much and, remove this, this stay, this status quo that we have, so that we, are put in a position to where we have to rely upon him. I don't want to use the word forced, but, because it's really not forced. We want to be in the position to where we fully rely upon the Lord and not have to go to Esau and worry about this bullshit. But, that's the position that we're in. So we gotta make do with what we have, and the positions that the Lord put us in. All right. But guarantee, okay, we know according to prophecy, all right, that it's gonna come to a point in time where there shall be no more work for Egypt. That, what I'm saying, there's going to be hyperinflation, there's going to be, lockdowns, and a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Okay, that's in 2nd Ezra chapter 15. Okay, all right. So our current routine of being able to operate in society the way we are is going to change, and we have to be willing to embrace that and not panic or be frantic or become dismayed or discouraged or trying to hold on to Babylon just a little bit or overextend ourselves in any way, and just operate in the spirit the best we can, have faith, be charitable, because hey, we coming into times where charity is going to be a must. Okay, we're going to have to exceed and abound in charity as much as we possibly can. Okay, and trust in the Lord, and He gonna work it out, because hey, this world is coming to an end. Okay, again, the status quo will not remain the same.
Okay. Which it been around, but the pestilence, the X.
Yep.
A lot of people going frantic. Loving many shall wax cold.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Also, the scripture talk about how your parents may come up against you.
I was just gonna get that.
So we in that time.
Yeah.
So the Most High is drawing the line.
Yeah.
Matter
of fact,
it's either you love Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, or you love the world.
Right. Facts. Okay. This is Luke chapter 21, and let's see, and verse. Well, you talked about Luke chapter 21, verse 10, right? It says, verse 9, it says, but when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified. Okay? All right, all that we hear going on the earth is really wars and commotions. Even if you want to talk about, pestilences on the rise, there's commotions about that. People are frantic about that. People are afraid about that. You starting to see people start to put on the mask more and stuff. Okay, they talking about disease X. They talking about civil wars. Okay, they talking about border crisis. Okay, that's wars and commotions, man. The Lord said, be not terrified, man. These things must come to pass. And if we're operating and we're looking at everything through the spirit, we should understand that these are signs of this man's kingdom coming to an end. Okay. All right. So we really should be rejoicing, as vexing as it may be. And we ought to be vexed. Okay. All right. We should, on top of the vexation, we should still be rejoicing, man. Okay, and embracing the fact that this is happening, because we're really seeing the fall of our enemies, and that's how it's always been. When one kingdom translated to a next, there was always filled with violence, turmoil, disease, pestilence. That's the same thing that happened when we was getting ready to leave Egypt. Okay, the Lord was bringing plagues. Okay, you think the Lord was plaguing their crops and they was able to go out and farm? The Lord was plaguing their cattle and they was able to go out and plow the land? The Lord was plaguing their water. They was able to go to the river and fish. Was that happening? No. Why? Because the Lord was breaking down that current system, that current world power, man. Their economy was compromised. Their food supply was compromised. Their health was compromised. Okay? They was going to Pharaoh like, Pharaoh, look, man, you better let these people go because they God jacking us up. Pharaoh going to Moses, hey, Moses, you better pray these plagues off me, please. I'll bless you for it. Then he go right back to the same bullshit. It was always the same situation. And when from the Assyrians to the Babylonians, the Lord was bringing plagues then. From the Babylonians to the Persians, the Lord was bringing plagues then. From the Persians to the Greeks, the Lord was bringing plagues then. Division then. From the Greeks to the Romans, division like a motherfucker. Shit going crazy. And guess what? We always got caught in the middle of it. And that's where you get a lot of the major stories in the scriptures of men having faith. Okay? Testimonies of great faith. The book of Esther. The Maccabean revolt. So on and so forth. Okay, so here we are again. We seeing the signs of a downfall of a kingdom, and here we are in the midst of it again. We're going to be affected. Our status quo is going to change. But maintaining faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, the Lord going to see us through. Okay?
Scripture talk about, being a pilgrim.
Yep.
So, prepare for, might be on the go.
Right.
Anytime, like Abraham, the Most High called Abraham to, that story.
Yeah, to leave.
Yeah.
Where he was.
He just left.
He had to leave. He had to get up and bounce. And it's just real. And granted, we're not telling brothers, quit your job. We're not telling you to break up with your girlfriend. We're not telling you to go curse your parents out. You know, we're not telling you to burn every bridge you got. We're not telling you to go get a camping bag and, you know what I'm saying, go get you a tent. You know, essentially by doing that, you making haste. The Lord said, he that believeth on him shall not make haste, man. Okay, we're not telling brothers to do that. But the point is, like the scriptures say, when thou comest to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Okay, lest these things come upon us or you or me, and then we begin to act out of character, man. Okay. All right. So hey, this is Luke. I'm gonna go back to Luke chapter 21. All right, Luke chapter 21 and verse 9 again. It says, but when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Then he said unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilences, and fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. But before all these, as we talk about the pestilences, the famines, and everything like that, before all these, they shall lay their hands upon you and persecute you, and deliver you up to the synagogues and to the prisons. And it says, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. And it shall turn to you for a testimony. So we're going to be persecuted. We're going to be brought before kings and rulers, man. Brothers are going to be snatched off of the workplace or out of their homes and be brought before mayors and governors and rulers potentially, man. Will it happen to everybody? We don't know.
But you remember when Paul was brought before King Agrippa.
Right. But nonetheless, we know it's going to happen. Yep. So might as well prepare your mind for that.
Right.
Okay, they're going to be saying lies. They're going to be talking shit. Okay? They're going to be trying to trap us up in our words, force answers out of us. Okay? All right? Defame us, humiliate us. It could be a brother in your camp. It could be you. It could be a brother that you watch on a YouTube. Dallas camp, New York camp, Boston camp, Atlanta camp, Baton Rouge. It could be anyone. You know? It could be a brother you live with, a brother down the street. Okay? All right? Don't, accept it. Know it's going to happen. Praise the Lord. Pray. Okay? All right? It says, and it shall turn to you for a testimony. It says, settle it therefore in your heart not to meditate before what ye shall answer, for I will give you a mouth and wisdom which your adversary shall not be able to gainsay nor resist, and ye shall be betrayed both by parents. So your parents, that little clash you was having with your family, when you first came into the truth, it could come right back around. Okay? Your parents may betray you, and brethren. Okay, and kinfolk, family members, and friends. And some of you shall they cause to be put to death, and he shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, man. Okay, so your family could come up against you, your cousins, auntie, uncle, them, your wife, children, them. Okay, all right, it could happen, man. All right, you women that's with men of the Lord, prepare to ride this wave out with your husbands. Because you join unto those brothers that's in the truth, it's a chance that you may be persecuted too. And the scriptures go into that in Maccabees and in Acts, man. Okay? So, know what you're a part of, man. All right? So the brother talked about 2 Ezra chapter 16, where it talks about be even as pilgrims upon the earth. Okay? All right? The scriptures say in Luke chapter 21, again, it talks about what? Watch and pray. Okay, Luke 21 and 34, it says, and take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness, that party bullshit, spirit, man.
Bacchus spirit.
Yeah, and cares of this life, man. Okay, worrying about worldly shit. Okay, we can't be focused on that type of shit, man. Worried about family situation going on, living situation going on, financial situation going on. We cannot have our mind set on these things. We operate and we deal with them to the best of our capabilities through the Spirit. We set it and forget it, man. All right, we put our best foot forward and we give it to the Lord before we even do anything, man. And we put our best foot forward and we know that the Lord gonna work it out however He sees fit. Okay. All right, and the Lord admonished us not to be concerned with these things and to be in these types of spirits. Why? Okay. All right, it says, be not overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so that day come upon you unawares. For as a snare shall it come upon all them that dwell on the face of the earth. All right, so Jacob's trouble will catch a lot of people off guard, man. Why? Because people are distracted.
They ain't watching.
They not watching. They worried about what's their day-to-day.
Yep.
How I'm gonna make this money? Bills going up. How I'm gonna deal with this? How I'm gonna deal with that? Hyperinflation. They not worried about the Lord, man. So they gonna get caught. Okay? Or they trying to numb out the pain by drinking, by partying, by being promiscuous. They not worried about the Lord, so they gonna get got. Okay? That's why the Lord told us not to be focused on this shit, man. Scriptures even tell us if you have a wife and a family, be as though you had none. Okay? That's how serious it is, man. Okay, so hey, the Lord said what? Verse 36, it says, watch ye therefore and pray always that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass and to stand before the Son of Man. Okay, so the status quo is getting ready to change. Okay, we about to be persecuted. We about to be afflicted, humiliated, have to be pilgrims and have to trust on the Lord. Okay, focus on that. Focus on enduring. Focus on the promises. Focus on faith, the fruits of the Spirit. That's how we're gonna make it out of here. Because the status quo is getting ready to change, and if we focus on these worldly carnal things, hey, we fixing to get our asses got, man. And the Lord told us to watch, man. Okay, so hey, Lord willing, that was edifying. Lord willing, it made sense, brother. You had anything you wanted to add?
Just watch and pray.
Yeah, man.
Be in the spirit of watching and praying, because it's January 31st, and a lot of things happen this month.
Yeah,
a lot of things happen. So clearly Yahweh Shai is soon to come back. So look up, because redemption draws nigh. So we in that spirit. We know redemption draws nigh.
Yeah.
So we just gotta endure, keep praying to the Lord, and watch and pray.
Yeah, man.
Jacob's trouble gonna catch a lot of people off guard.
Right. And a lot of reasons why people gonna be caught off guard, because they was expecting things to go back to normal. They wanted things to stay the same. They was attached to what they had going on in the world. The scriptures tell you, if you buy BSO, him that fleeth away. Okay? They wasn't expecting things to change. We expecting things to change. So we embrace it and we operate in the spirit accordingly.
We want things to change.
We wanted things to change because we know that's how our kingdom is going to be established and ushered in.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay? Right. We expecting the persecution. We expecting Esau to come down with great wrath. So we already got to train our minds to rejoice. Okay? Unlike people in the world, so we got to maintain that mindset, man. Okay, I remember back in 2020 how abruptly things changed, man. It went from, all right, yeah, it was wildfires. Kobe had died. Yeah. We heard about COVID. They was talking about Soleimani, who got assassinated. Soleimani. They was drafting and stuff. And then boom, shit, damn, lockdown, shit.
Panic mode. Everybody's scared.
Everybody was, even brothers, we wasn't scared, but we was like, yo, shit.
Like, it's real.
Yo, this shit real. Like, we didn't expect it to happen like that, but it did.
We was in the spirit of, okay,
Yeah, bring it.
Like, Jacob's trouble could pop off that year.
Yeah.
It was hastening.
Yeah, so, hey, understanding how it's going to pop out. Again, the scriptures say it's going to come as a snare, man, which means it's going to happen fast. All this gradualism that's happening, that's going to be a thing of the past, man. Eventually, the Lord going to let this whole shit snap, man.
Yep.
That's why the scriptures say he shall come down having great wrath, because he knoweth that he has but a short time. He gonna start panicking and doing everything to try to force his way upon the earth, and it's gonna fail, man. Yeah. So hey, we gotta be on point, man. We gotta be in the spirit, man. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Hakodash, double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone, and citations to the elect, Kwame Asherala, and Abad Babal. Shalom.